Welcome back to me brainwashing my audience into stanning the boys, with today's special guest appearance, sf9. But we'll get to that later. Last time I reviewed episodes 1 to 5. Fun times. Go watch it if you haven't yet and would like to. I'm definitely still not over the boys ranking last place, but we move people, we move. We have other things to get mad over in this video, so let's do that, shall we? Disclaimer before we start. I'm not going to talk about every single performance. I'm just here to rant and talk about the most memorable performances to me, and end the video with me yelling over the rankings. You can always talk about your favorite performances in the comments down below. Let's get into it, babes, I'm excited. Also, I'm using the actual performance videos but turning the opacity very low, so hopefully this video will stay up. We'll see, I guess. If you're able to watch it now, that's a good sign it won't get taken down. Pray for me. Episode 7, No Limit. Quick recap. They split up into two teams, Ateez, Stray Kids and Btob in one, the boys, Ikon and sf9 in another. They all did 3 performances together each, 1 rap stage, 1 dance stage and 1 vocal stage. Starting off with the rap units. Okay, oh my fucking god, you guys, what a trio. First of all, sunwoo and Bobby together give off such a fun atmosphere, and I really need these two to come together again for a future project. hwiyoung was such a great addition to the group. He's such a sweet soul, and seeing these 3 interact with each other and genuinely have so much fun is what I was most excited for in Kingdom. About the actual performance, I greatly enjoyed myself. I think what made this performance truly amazing was Bobby. I feel like nobody can deny that his carefree energy is addicting, and anytime you see him have fun on stage, you get infected with this overwhelming feeling of joy, and it's like, oh my god, please give me more. Bobby probably wanted to give sunwoo and hwiyoung the limelight, and I really like that thought. If Bobby had more lines and screen time, I think it would have been a little overpowering, but this was very nicely done. From start to finish, I could enjoy all 3 of them come together and entertain us. I'm definitely very happy about this stage. I'll discuss the rankings at the end of this video. I feel like we should have fun first and then I will annoy you with my rambling. Okay, sounds good, right? Next were the dance units, and you already know what I'm going to talk about, so let me say something really quick about the Mayfly unit, who decided to bring back the atrocity that is EXO's Wolf in 2021. Don't get me wrong, I do absolutely fucking hate that song, and I was hoping we'd all slowly forget about it and never speak of it again, but here we are. However, they actually made the song listenable, which I appreciate. It was way cooler than how I remember the song, and there's certain parts of the rearranged version that I'm like, wait a damn minute, Wolf actually slaps. Crazy, I know. Stray Kids are very talented, I must say, especially seeing Bangshan each episode showing us his process. I'm always impressed by him, and this show made me appreciate Stray Kids in a lot more ways. Anyways, enough Wolf talk, because they're still getting a strike from me for bringing EXO's worst song back. But we move people, we move. Moving on to the other unit, which I want to talk about all day actually, but we have a lot more to talk about, so I'll keep it as short as I can, besties. I can't promise you anything though. So anyways, okay. First off, I love the fact that we got to see Taeyang and Juyeon perform together. Like, how iconic is it that these 2 amazing performers joined forces to fuck shit up with the help of donghyuk? Needless to say, my jaw dropped when they came out dressed like royalty. By the way, can I just for 1 second admire Taeyang in this clip? I'm so very sorry, but I wasn't listening to one thing that came out of their mouth. I was in a trance, and I still am. I don't know what has possessed me, but I don't mind it. Right, moving on. I'm annoying, I know that. Any fucking ways. The performance was so beautifully done. The pacing was great. The way it progressed, you could immediately sense a storyline, and even though I didn't know what it was referencing at first, I still got the emotions and it did not get lost on me. Overall, it was a very memorable stage for me, and I loved all 3 of them together. They all had their own style of dancing and it was very noticeable to me. I thought that was so cool to see the contrast. I don't know shit about dancing, so don't expect technical terms, but to me, donghyuk has a dance style that is very obviously influenced by hip hop, which is very Ikon, and that's what they always were trained in. Taehyung's dancing felt very sharp and fluid. It reminds me of Taeyong in a way. He demands your attention and it works every time. Juyeon's dancing in comparison is very elegant and beautiful. I don't know how to explain it any other way, but whenever I see him dance I feel elegance and beauty, and not just because of his face and build, I swear to God. It's the way he moves his body. It's just amazing. Either way, it was a great performance, and I will yell about why I think they should have won later, because we don't want to get mean just yet, besties. We're keeping the positivity up for now. Are you having fun? Huh? Are we having fun or what? Episode 8. We have 2 vocal stages. I'm going to keep it short so this video doesn't get too long. Basically, I really enjoyed both performances. Something I want to point out is how beautiful June's voice sounded and how it contrasted Chan's voice beautifully. I feel like they could have done something where these two had a moment together. I feel like that could have been a great highlight of the performance. Anyways, it was gorgeous regardless, and I agree with who won. Moving on to the groups doing their solo stages. In this episode we had Ikon doing their version of Blackpink's Pretty Savage, which they called Classy Savage. It was lots of fun. Very Ikon. I do wish Lisa had joined the boys at the end. I feel like they started off with such an exciting guest appearance with Lisa coming in, absolutely killing it, but then she went away and never came back. In comparison, Btob did a great job incorporating G-Idol's hwiyoung into the performance. Until the very end her role was clear and it didn't feel like she was just used as a side character. That Ikon stage would have definitely been a lot more memorable if the boys danced together with Lisa. Next performance was by Stray Kids, who, funnily enough, did another Blackpink cover, or rather, did a mashup of Do 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 and their own song God's Menu. Very cool, very hype. Maybe a little too hype for me. It was such high tension I don't know what happened half the time. It was still solid though. I enjoyed myself. Episode 9. Okay, here we go, oh boy. I have a lot to say. A lot of nice things, but we'll get to that in a minute. Let me organize my thoughts first. So, quick thoughts I had about Ateez's stage. It was wild. When that beat drop hit I was like, so confused, and I didn't know what to think. 𝓊𝓈𝑒𝒹. I did like it, but something about that EDM segment threw me off. But it's okay because they did not disappoint me the other episodes, so I will accept one mid-tier performance. Moving on to Btob's best stage yet. Oh my god. Great concept. Great vocals. I loved the storyline. Loved the lightheartedness of it all. It had some humor incorporated which I loved, and I think we all missed seeing that on Kingdom. Not to bring that up again, but like, why is there so much violence and yelling in these Kingdom performances? Thank God for sf9 and the boys for dialing it back. I need some fragility and men singing about how they'd rather die than be without you. Although sf9 did turn the 𝓊𝓈𝓈𝓈 into something way too violent, but it was still cool. You know what, it's fine. All is forgiven after watching their incredible version of Taemin's move. If you follow me on Instagram, you know how much I was anticipating this stage. You know how devastated I was when the episode was uploaded way too fucking late on Viki. I did watch it anyways though because I couldn't take it any longer. Anyways, so let me actually get into it. Right off the bat the tone is set. It's sexy. The vocals are breathy. The moves are slow and calculated. It's absolute perfection. And then we get into God Jaehoon. Oh my god. What the fuck? Bestie. What the fuck? I loved every second that camera was focused on him. Then we get to that staircase or whatever, where we meet the rest of the squad, and my jaw was already on the floor because Taeyang. Wow. Taeyang. Let's watch that one more time, shall we? Are we seeing this? Moving on to hwiyoung's part on that runway. Almost threw my phone out the window, but I got back to my senses. Next we have Zuho. Wow. My jaw hit the floor one more time. This is probably my favorite part of the song actually. Not only is it super catchy and fits the song insanely well, the lyrics in that part are so good. Still can't get it out of my head. Moving on. It's endless, honestly. Every second of this is worth discussing. So anyways, this is my second favorite part of the stage. Taeyang in the middle dropping down suddenly while all the colors drop down in unison. So fucking cool, oh my god. Gorgeous visuals. Needless to say this got first place, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Just wanted to mention it in case you're watching this without having seen the episode. Deserve. Absolutely deserve. Last performance we're going to discuss in this video is none other than the boys. My boys. Your boys. Please stan. JK, I feel like some of you will believe me when I say I'm trying to brainwash you guys into liking them, lol. I'm just very excited about being a new stan, you know. I really do love the boys a lot. Okay, enough of that. So they did a cover of EXO's Monster. Finally a good EXO song being covered on Kingdom. I will say, right off the bat this was, although a nice solid The Boys stage, definitely not as good as all the other ones. Looking back I think I would say their 𝓊𝓈𝑒𝒹 performance was a 11 out of 10. Then 𝓈𝑜𝒸𝒾𝒁 was a 9.8 out of 10. Followed by their very first performance of the 𝓊𝓈𝓈𝒹, and then I'd say this Monster performance comes right after. And you know why? Because they tried to please the groups. I know they did. It's very obvious to me. Notice how the judges always loved the boys, but the self-evaluation ranks would pull them down immediately. The others just weren't feeling their theatrical vibe, I guess. I mean, how could you with guns here and tanks there? It's a pretty stark contrast. So the boys decided to go the typical boy group route. It's not a critique by the way, because they did it nicely, and it's not like I wasn't on the edge of my seat seeing that damn snake opened its mouth with sunwoo jumping out. But it's just not 𝓊𝓈𝓈𝒹 and 𝓈𝓈𝓈𝒹 level. And that's how I feel about it. I get it though. Like I said already, they tried to please other groups but they still only got ranked 4th, so was it really worth it? Whatever, we move again. Let me not say anything just yet. I had fun regardless, and Juyeon is still hot, so all is well. Let's talk about the rankings. I have some thoughts. So, first of all, the dance trio losing to the 𝓊𝓈𝓈𝓈 unit? I do not agree. The song choice already annoyed me like I said, but that aside, I don't understand why they were also singing. Obviously not live, but it's a dance performance. The focus is supposed to be on your dancing and dancing only. It's absolutely not a fair comparison. They should have set some ground rules beforehand, because how the fuck do you choose between a group that, in my opinion, understood the assignment and focused on the choreography only, and a group that went all out by recording the song along with it? Overall I felt like the performance wasn't doing much. It wasn't anything new. It wasn't revolutionary or interesting to watch. It was fun, don't get me wrong, but I think the dance trio had so much more to offer. Anyways, I'm done ranting about that. Something I'd like to say about the rap unit with sunwoo, hwiyoung and Bobby, was that it felt more carefree and fun, while the 𝓊𝓈𝓈𝓈𝓹 team had a message incorporated into their performance. I think they both did well, but I would have voted for the rap trio. But that's a personal choice, of course. Lastly, I'd like to yell about the boys ranking 4th place. Okay, can I just say something? And I already mentioned this earlier in this video. They absolutely tried to please the other groups by going the typical boy group route and choosing one of the most popular boy group songs in K-pop. And I'm not mad about it at all. Absolutely not. It was great. I'm just annoyed that the boys are clearly being overlooked, and there's little to no appreciation for what they bring to the table. The judges actually do get it, because they consistently gave the boys higher ranks. I don't think they ever got ranked lower than 3rd by the judges, because they just fucking get it. The boys absolutely killed their 𝓈𝓈𝓈𝓈𝓈 and 𝓊𝓈𝓈𝓈𝓈𝓈𝓈 performance. The boys were able to distinguish themselves from the rest of the groups in a new way, but all they get in return is low ranks. And it's always because of the self-evaluation. Like, at what point does it get suspicious? Am I crazy? Am I being crazy? Do these men just not have good taste, or am I being salty 𝓊𝓈𝓈𝓈𝓈𝓈? Anyways, at least sf9 got their well-deserved 1st place. I have nothing else to add besides stan sf9 talented kings. Taeyang supremacy, thank you very much. So I listened to every single song that the groups are supposed to perform on the finale episode of Kingdom, and I'd like to rank them. Kinda unnecessary, but whatever. Let's have fun. First rank goes to sf9. Second rank goes to the boys, then Ateez, then Ikon, then Btob, then Stray Kids. I've been listening to Believer and Kingdom Come a lot these past days, so I'm definitely loving both of them and am very excited to see what they have in store for us on Thursday. Before we end this video, I'd like to share my prediction on who will win Kingdom. I have a strong feeling that Stray Kids will win the whole thing, because 1. They only once ranked low, and their fandom is massive, so there's nothing working against them. They are good at performing and had some creative stages here and there. I also feel like Ateez could win as well. I know we Ateez aren't as big of a fandom as Stays, but maybe there's a chance. Either way, it doesn't matter, to be honest. I'll accept it all, I just want to see the performances. I guess I'll see you after the finale episode airs. Until then, stay happy and healthy.